Hey, it's great to see you today. You know, I've been diving into something that's been kind of at the forefront of cloud security. It's all about protecting our digital identities. Azure Active Directory Identity Protection, it's this incredible feature that the cloud wizards have set up to keep your identities safe and sound. Let me walk you through it in a way that won't make your head spin, promise. So, imagine every time someone tries to log into Azure via their corporate account, it's like they're passing through a bustling crosswalk with cars, and you, as a security expert, are there to make sure no unidentified trucks, which are like potential threats, barrel through unhindered. Azure AD Identity Protection is essentially that vigilant guardian. It continuously monitors access patterns and raises flags on anything out of the ordinary, like logging multiple failed sign-ins or suspicious times when someone is trying to access the system, which can be the first hint that someone's trying to peek through our digital windows at any moment. Now, Azure AD has this neat little trick under its belt called machine learning that continuously learns from the access patterns of users to understand the normal. But you know what? Not everyone's behavior is the same. So, with identity protection, they learn the normalcy of your typical user, and that's when it gets smart. If you start doing things that aren't your norm, the machine decides to give you a heads up with a security alert, and then it acts on it in real time. It can block an unauthorized sign-in or revoke tokens if needed. Pretty neat, huh? It's not just about blocking bad guys, it's also proactive in preventing breaches by automating the identification of risky access events based on anomalies. You know, something I like to call risk-based blocking. This isn't about blocking everyone after every single failed login, it's about prioritizing which events to lock down. Think of it as the bouncer at a nightclub that only shuts down the biggest troublemakers and not the person who just changed their drink 3 times in the last hour. There's this feature called risk-based conditional access, which I find especially clever. It starts with a question, like, is this login attempt coming from a country where you usually don't do your work from? And here's the kicker, it doesn't always need you to explicitly answer no to proceed. It uses contextual cues like your location, device, and even browser to decide if you are really who you say you are. This way, sometimes it's like having a mini security interrogation before accessing sensitive resources. I also like to look at how they handle things like multi-factor authentication, or MFA as my 2 cents. It's that extra layer of armor that only the real you can pass, alongside your regular sign-in info. It's like needing a third handshake when trying to enter super secure places. But I won't stop there because there's also this simulated attack mode where you can learn just how your defenses hold up to potential cyber heists. If you are up for a bit of friendly fire here and there, that's where it would be perfect. It can create scenarios to check if your policies and identity protection settings are robust or if they're the weak links holding the fort together. Now, in the grand scheme, identity protection fits seamlessly within the broader Azure suite of services too. You see, it pairs up with Azure AD Connect, keep local on-premises databases in the loop, ensuring that user activity is monitored, not just when you are in the Azure cloud but when you are still at your desk as well. Integration with Azure Information Protection adds an extra layer because it deals with identifying, encrypting, and classifying files and emails that are under your or any department's jurisdiction. Then there's cloud auditing. Just as the CCTV in public spaces helps keep an eye out for foul play, Azure's audit logs track who did what, providing a clear trail to investigate any mischief. It's the digital equivalent of Keeping a watchful eye, ensuring nothing sneaky happens with access to files, especially those considered precious or private. It also taps into the Threat and Intelligence Center, where the latest news in cyber world can help us better guard our gates and adjust our strategies based on the latest intel. One of the final frontiers for this identity protection toolkit is Cloud Access Security Brokers, or CSBs. Think of them as the external VIP escorts checking for your badges when you try to access exclusive areas. If they're not who they say they are, there could be some explaining needed before you get in. They supplement Azure AD identity protection by extending the same level of scrutiny to identities and access through the public internet, cloud-based applications, and remote endpoints accessing our Azure environment. I must admit, this tool is a big brainchild of Microsoft, but it's like having a smart, ever-vigilant guardian in the digital universe. It empowers security pros and admins to keep their digital realms safe by shining a light on the dark corners and providing the tools to lock down and protect user identities in Microsoft 365 and Azure AD to its fullest. And for all you cybersecurity buffs, it's not just reactive, you can also be proactive in defense. The custom audit policies give you the freedom to create specific monitoring rules tailored to your organization's norms, which means you are not just looking after your own back but also making sure you are not standing in anyone else's. Lastly, as a senior cloud architect, I always emphasize the importance of continuous learning and staying informed about emerging threats and defenses, including identity protection. There are always updates in cyber threats, so keeping your knowledge fresh is paramount to safeguarding our digital identity. Alright, that's the down-to-earth look at identity protection in Azure AD. And for the cherry on top, I really encourage you to dive deeper into the world of cloud security. Check out Neeraj's work on the TechLab for more insights. Visit neeraj.qzz.io and subscribe to TechLab, you won't regret it.